Hard work, dedication. Like I said, at the end of the day, he's a young, hungry lion. Devin Haney, who some thought was the next Mayweather, loses real bad to Ryan Garcia. Floyd Mayweather has done some interviews, and he basically blames Bill Haney for this overwhelming black cloud and backlash that Devin the Dream Haney is experiencing. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Now, I made some videos. Some people are having such a difficult time wrapping their heads around Devin Haney losing. And to be honest, it's in line with today's video, with what Floyd Mayweather is saying. I believe there's a lot of similarities when it comes to what Floyd's saying and why people are having such a difficult time. The real reason is I truly believe there's a lot of content creators, YouTubers, Facebook pages, and we all like Devin Haney, but some people seem to like him a bit more, to the point of toxicity where it really became a nasty and toxic work environment, and they took it too far, right? As I call them, the Haneyacks, radical man fans that are over the top with their obsession with Devin Haney, to the point where slander Shakur Stevenson, slander Gervonta Davis, talk bad about Floyd Mayweather, or anybody that Team Haney had issue with or that was a rival to Team Haney. Stay tuned to the end of this video. It's jam-packed with some y'all must have forgot moments from Bill Haney that I recorded. And I will get into Floyd Mayweather, what he had to say in front of Zab Judah. He was with Fight Hype. They're on social media. They did a live stream on social media. And I'm not sure who the other guy was. It was Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather, Fight Hype, and some other guy. They were on social media and they did a broadcast. Floyd Mayweather is explaining, and you guys will be able to hear it, so hit the like button, subscribe for more boxing content, that basically Bill Haney did too much, in layman's terms. Bill Haney is the reason that everything is so catastrophic and all these arrows and darts and things are pointing back at the Haney brand. People lose in boxing. It happens. But it's also the fashion in which you lose, who you lose to, and in this case, how your team behaved before the fight. Floyd Mayweather is saying stuff, and I don't want to give too many spoilers, but he's saying stuff like, you said you were going to permanently take Ryan Garcia off the map, MDK. You guys know what I mean? And he's like, stuff like that's uncalled for. You don't have to do all that. And you're not the one getting in the ring. Your son is. Ironically enough, who else told you that? The great ego Stradamus strikes again. I told you Bill meddling with his son's career and putting pressure on Devin Haney has a great deal to do with Devin Haney losing. Now, this is not taking any credit away from Ryan Garcia, because perhaps he just has Devin's number. They fought 6 times. One of the amateur fights is on my page. Search it up. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia amateur fight. It's over 100,000 views. Please check that on the channel. I'll try to do a card at the end of this video. So if you want to see how that looked, the fight before the fight we just had, the video is on my page, exclusive, right? And it's not just losing, it's how you lost, to who you lost. You said Ryan was a C+ fighter. So it's really the whole team, how they moved. Devin said some things himself, like Ryan is an average fighter, Ryan's a bum, Ryan's a cokehead, Ryan's a drunk, Ryan's a C+ fighter, he's an A+ fighter. And it's really weird that Devin truly embodied, or tried to, I guess you could say, Floyd Mayweather's whole persona, right? He came up in Floyd's gym, as we know, when he was young, and it's like he tried to steal that. He was working with Floyd Sr. I don't know why he's out the picture, But now, fast forward to the future, his dad is training him, and truly, his dad put a lot of pressure on him to not only beat Ryan Garcia, but to beat him in the fashion that they wanted, which was a dramatic fashion. Said stuff like stand in the ring and trade, stand in the center, Ivan Drago, if he eyes, right? All of these things. And as Floyd will say, and I'll get up because I know you guys want to hear it, we'll get everything set up. Floyd's like, you're not the one ultimately that is going to be fighting. So without further ado, subscribe, and we need to roll the clip. So I got the clip set up for you guys, and roll the clip. This is Floyd Mayweather explaining what went left, what went wrong, and basically in the Devin Haney situation, why everything is amplified. And I'm going to let you hear it, but also provide my transformative commentary. Roll the clip.
As a father, I'm the same way.
There's a difference between being a stand-up father and being disrespectful.
Right off the bat, Floyd Mayweather cooking. He says, Zab, and keep in mind, Zab is Devin's godfather. He said there's a difference between being like, just a good father who loves his son and then just being disrespectful to people, which, I mean, anybody with a brain that was raised should know that that's what Floyd's saying is he's cooking with grease, right? You don't have to disparage or berate other people in order to make a point or to make your son look good. So let's go.
As a father, I'm the same way.
There's a difference between being a stand-up father and being disrespectful.
100% right. You're 100% right.
So at the end of the day, one thing we gonna like, no matter what man you've been through, Zab, you always show respect, and I always show respect.
Right. Correct.
And when these fighters go out there and put their lives on the line to feed their families, and then we have just somebody, because his son, when your son at first he wasn't acting like that, but at the end of the day, to let you know what money really does, what money really do to a person.
Now, keep in mind, this is Floyd Mayweather speaking, and literally what he's saying, I've said on my channel, like verbatim. I said it got to a point where it looked like Bill Haney and Team Haney, I guess you could say, everybody was enjoying the journey, enjoying the ride. Nobody really hated Devin that I seen. Maybe a couple people leave some mean comments or stuff, but people loved how the Haneys were moving, being undisputed, fighting Australia. Everybody was with the Haneys. But as the success started to amount, so did the egos. And my name is Ego, but I don't act like that. But no pun intended, the egos seemed like they started to inflate and swell to the point where people felt they can talk any type of way to others that have, just been in their corner or helped them in some capacity. Like, Mayweather. To be honest, Devin came up in Floyd's gym and his dad was training him. So it seems a bit ungrateful that Bill started going on tangents saying stuff like F the Mayweather. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll give you guys a glimpse of that. But he started saying stuff like, not necessarily F the Mayweathers, but he was saying the Mayweather era is over, talking about Tank Heavy, etc. So let's keep going.
But at the end of the day, to let you know what money really does, what money really do to a person. Because if you wasn't acting like that when your son was getting, say, we don't really know the numbers. Let's say when he's fighting in Mexico, when he get, whatever. I don't know what the number. It could have been 20,000, 15,000, whatever it was. Right? He wasn't acting like that. All of a sudden, once the more money he started getting, the more he started changing.
So Floyd's saying when your son was moving up, first turn pro, 17, everybody knows the Devin Haney story, right? And you started fighting in Mexico, he wasn't acting like that. But then, you know, when them $20,000 or $50,000 purses in Mexico or whatever he was making, because Floyd said we don't know the numbers, but when those purses started to like add up, like, you know, get with Eddie Hearn, you got signed, things like that. And when that stuff happened, that's when you notice a change. And there's a great quote, I think it's from Will Smith. He says, success doesn't change you, it merely amplifies what's underneath or what's already there. And that's what Floyd is saying. Like, egos and pride and, you know, some of that humility and being humble was lost somewhere on this journey for the Haneys.
Get to say, we don't really know the numbers. Just say when he's fighting in Mexico, when they get, you know, whatever. I don't know what the number, it could have been 20,000, 15,000, whatever it was, right?
Right.
He wasn't acting like that. All of a sudden, once you, the more money he started getting, the more he started changing. Money shouldn't change you. So that revealed who he really is when he got money.
I mean, I don't know if it was the money, but I know there was also succeeding success. It was moving.
If you go look, I want you to really pay attention to this, okay? Bill and Bill has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in boxing.
So Floyd Mayweather says Bill Haney has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And, you know, he's the trainer and father and manager, I believe, of Devin Haney.
That revealed who he really is when he got money.
I mean, I don't know if it was the money, but I know there was also succeeding success. It was moving.
If you go look, I want you to really pay attention to this, okay? Bill and Bill has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in boxing. Bill has rubbed people, a lot of fighters. So what he's doing is making things hard for his son. So hypothetically, say Devin can fight his next fight. It could be kind of, he could win by unanimous decision, and we could think he won, but he can go the distance and he may not get his hand raised because of the things that his father is, what he's doing to these fighters and how he's disrespecting the sport. You still got to respect the sport.
So Floyd is starting to cook with grease. He's saying basically Bill Haney behavior could be detrimental if you're burning bridges with people in boxing and you're going against people in boxing to the point where, like, what if his son coming off a loss, it was a bad loss, he goes to fight and his son is not necessarily a knockout puncher, it go to decision, you might get jobbed on the scorecard at this point, especially if you burn bridges and treated people wrong, or you were just over the top, or just if your stock is down because your son lost very bad. So a lot of the allure, a lot of the imagery that people had about Devin being the next Floyd and stuff, that was shattered by Ryan Garcia.
The more he started changing, money shouldn't change you. So that revealed who he really is when he got money.
I mean, I don't know if it was the money, but I know there was also succeeding success. It was moving.
If you go look, I want you to really pay attention to this, okay? Bill and Bill has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in boxing. Bill has rubbed people, a lot of fighters. So what he's doing is making things hard for his son. So hypothetically, say Devin can fight his next fight. It could be kind of, he could win by unanimous decision, and we could think he won, but he can go the distance and he may not get his hand raised because of the things that his father is, what he's doing to these fighters and how he's disrespecting the sport. You still got to respect the sport at the end of the day. No matter, we say what we got to say, we'll be built in a fight, and once we do, but yeah, but when you tell, I never came to you and told you, yeah, I'm trying to kill you. I wish you die, and you don't say that to people. Come on now,
Yeah.
it's boundaries. It's certain limits that we don't cross.
Well, I didn't hear him say
Now,
so Floyd is talking about how Bill got ahead of himself, said he wanted to 187 Ryan Garcia. and he wanted to send his son in there to Ivan Drago, Apollo Creed, Ryan Garcia. And he's saying to Zab Judah, keep in mind Floyd fought Zab Judah. They fought. He's saying, even to you, Zab, you know, trash talk is cool. Even when we had our issues and stuff, we were about to fight. Yeah, I didn't say about, hey, I want to end your life and all that extra stuff, right? And then Zab says, I ain't hear him say that, but everyone else did. And in case you didn't, I've added it to this video.
What he's doing to these fighters and how he's disrespecting the sport. You still got to respect the sport at the end of the day. No matter, we say what we got to say, we'll be built in the fight. And once we squash, once we do. But yeah, but when you tell him, I never came to you and told you, yeah, I'm trying to kill you. I wish you die. And you don't say that to people. Come on now.
Yeah.
It's boundaries. It's certain limits that we don't cross.
Well, I didn't hear him say
Now,
that. Did he say he gonna kill us? I didn't hear him say that. I don't know.
Enough's enough. I told my son, go in there and kill him. And that's what it's going to be. So any parents or if you don't want your kids to watch this shit, then put them to bed. Because that's what we're going to put Ryan to. We're going to finally put him to bed and that bullshit that he been doing. Ain't no boxing. No more, Danny. The boxing shit and the boxing and it's a fight. And Mr. Ryan Garcia, bring your punk ass to the center of the ring. And that's where it's going to be decided at. Gloves are off. If him and his team are really who they say they are, come to the center of the ring. Come to the center of the ring. Don't run. Don't run. Because Devin is coming to do bodily harm to him. Now, I want to thank you. Eddie Hearn and DAZN.
Once we squash, once we do. But yeah, but when you tell him, I never came to you and told you, yeah, I'm trying to kill you. I wish you die. And you don't say that to people. Come on now.
Yeah.
It's boundaries. It's certain limits that we don't cross.
Well, I didn't hear him say
Now,
that. Did he say he gonna kill us? I didn't hear him say that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah, he said it.
I don't know. You know,
He said it a couple times.
so my thing is this: we got to do our homework. We can't only see what we want to see. Now if we see the good in people, we got to see the good as well as the bad. And my thing is, I don't have a beef with Bill, but I want to tell him this: respect the sport. Let your son do what he got to do. It's okay for you to have a voice, but it looked worse. It looked worse than what it really is, because he didn't went out on the line and as if he was getting in the ring.
So right there, he says Bill is going on the line talking about he gonna off Ryan Garcia. And you notice when Bill talks, sometimes he says we. Like we gonna damage Ryan permanently. Like he'll say we, but what Floyd is illustrating is that it's not really a we. Like you're obviously the father, trainer, manager, but your son has to accomplish what you're saying, and you put him up to the task. But he'd be like, we gonna end Ryan. It's over. And then Floyd's letting you know, like, it's let your son do what he got to do, but you talking like you about to fight Ryan Garcia.
Line and as if he was getting in the ring. You can't do that. And Zab, you already know.
So that was Floyd Mayweather. He spoke his mind. He spoke his piece. He's saying Bill Haney is basically, he's speaking almost reckless, burning bridges. And now you're making the loss bigger than it needs to be, because now you have people who are pitching and hoping almost that you guys would lose because of the level of approach. So if you were to take this approach, you better be winning. Like Floyd didn't even do this in terms of saying I'm a KILL Robert Guerrero or I want Gotti to blah, blah, blah. He wasn't doing all that. He was talking trash, but most importantly, he backed it up. You seen Floyd Gotti, rest in peace to Arturo Gotti, warrior, right? So you seen the outcome. So even then, the trash talk at least made sense. Devin Haney was considered by some to be the next Floyd Mayweather. His defense looked leaky, and he got hit with the same punch over and over again. And it wasn't like this real scientific, like even Jorge Linares, when Jorge Linares rocked Devin Haney, he did it in such a fashion where he kind of concealed the punch. He definitely concealed the punch because it was at the end of like 3 or 4 shots, like da-da-da, and he got caught at the very end. Ryan was shooting like a 1-2, like blinding Devin and then hooking off on him real quick. And he just has so much power and speed and explosiveness, and he had reach because Devin was finally fighting someone his age, his size, or about his size, maybe a little bit taller, and came in at 3.2, and they both rehydrated big, and now you're in a different fight. And I see a lot of people saying Ryan cheated. I've already made videos about that. Whatever. You can say whatever you want. They renegotiated, came up with new terms, agreed they would still fight Ryan Garcia. These excuses are lame, because if you really thought Ryan had that much of an advantage, how come Bill, as the manager and trainer, said, all right, we fighting Arnold Barbosa, or cancel this whole thing? Ryan is unprofessional. They didn't do that. So since you elected to take Ryan's money and come up with a new deal sheet or term sheet, fair game. He should have made his weight, didn't make his weight. You still felt confident in beating Ryan Garcia because you thought he wasn't what he showed he can at least do. And the thing that's bonkers and blows my mind is the fact that I truly believe Ryan was doing some of the things he said he was doing in the buildup, like drinking, because he looked flat in certain spots and his cardio seemed way down. Like Oscar Duarte, Tank Davis. I've watched like all of Ryan's fights. He's been big for a while, right? Even Jason Velez, old fights where before he got with Eddie Reynoso and stuff. So I've watched the journey when he was with all these different trainers, right? That looked like the worst cardioed Ryan that I've ever seen. Yet and still, he was still beating the brakes off of Devin Haney. So if Ryan gets his stuff together and becomes a bit more mature and disciplined and focused, imagine what he's capable of doing, because the natural talent and the power and the speed and, you know, the size and stuff is already there. So he just doesn't want to move too fast or whatnot, but tons of upside. Meanwhile, Devin said he was a C+ fighter, and he's going to show that Ryan's a bum and hasn't improved since the amateurs. And, you know, overall, Ryan Garcia is nowhere on his level. And he says the weight don't matter. Now the Haneys are copping pleas, saying, hey, the weight played a part, y'all. Feel sorry for me. And eating cake, looking like the Unabomber, like with glasses on, and saying, and still, yes, you're a champion. But I don't think that video was right to come out. But back to Floyd, back to what he was saying. Absolutely. Bill Haney, I think he fell in love with the fame. He fell in love with the cameras, and they were making great headway, and they could have did that, but they start clout chasing Tank, talking about Tank, disrespecting people like Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, Boxing Ego, Ellie Seckback, and the list, Shakur Stevenson, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And now when people are thrown in your face, or memes are made, or people are showing no mercy to your son who lost bad, and the performance is taking him out of the Mayweather conversation. He's no longer undefeated, and he didn't fight like Floyd. People like even Floyd Sr., when he was with Floyd Sr. early in his career, Floyd Sr. said, I got the next one. I got the next Mayweather, but you didn't stick with Floyd Sr. for whatever reason. You wanted to be your own bosses. You want to be your own man, your own team, or whatever went on there. I don't know. You have to ask them. But you pulled the plug on that relationship. And as far as I'm concerned, you should have stayed with Floyd Sr. because the leaky defense, and he was dropping his right. All of this was exposed against the left hook artist who came in overweight. What type of game plan is that? Like, really? Really and truly, what type of game plan when you have a fast speedster, speed kills, fast speedster with equal size in terms of height, maybe a little bit taller, reach is pretty similar, age pretty similar, and you haven't fought that style before. He already beat you 3 times in the amateurs. You have no rematch clause. You didn't make him do a next day weigh-in after he missed weight. Complete arrogance from a team. You had no safeguards in place in the event that your son won. So it let me know where the Haney mindset truly was. Felt invincible. Felt Devin couldn't lose. There's no one that can prove me wrong and tell me they thought they were going to lose, but they also had none of these safeguards in place. And like Floyd said, Bill's talking like he's the one that got to fight Ryan Garcia. So you also put a lot of pressure on your fighter to fight toe-to-toe, fight like a man, do this, do that. And ultimately, it was always going to be your son who had to win the fight and perform on that given night. And then on top of that, when you see he's not doing it, not responding well, legs probably weren't fully there after he got hurt in the very first round, Ryan pleaded with him to throw in the towel. I'll do a video about that because you guys voted on that video. And Bill Haney refuses to throw in the towel. So he was just saying it's quick how boxing can flip the script on you. December 9th, Devin Haney, I was at the fight. Devin Haney beats Regis Prograis, first fight at 140. Looks amazing, phenomenal. Regis Prograis, qualified, able champion, dusts him off, beats him, came like very heavy on fight night. But all in all, the performance was spectacular from Devin. 133 days later, it's all kaput. And I blame Bill Haney. Floyd Mayweather sounds like he's blaming Bill Haney. And not just Bill Haney, but the team. Like, you got too big for your britches. You flew too close to the sun and you forgot maybe where you came from and like who's looked out and who's helped out, and felt like you didn't need that. You only needed like loyal Devin Haney supporters and Haneyacks or whatever went on or whatever changed. Floyd believes it's the money. They started making bank with Eddie Hearn and changing. Now you're left to pick up the pieces, and all the people that you've offended on the way here, they're kind of looking at you like, what? Hey, what's next? What is going to happen next with y'all? Right? And then Devin is suspended. I made a video about it. Check that on the channel. Indefinitely. So he's going to be out of commission for some time. In my view, I don't think Devin's coming back this year, but I'm not his team. I'm not his dad. They have to decide that. There's lots of people blaming Bill, saying he should have threw the towel, questioning the decisions he was making and the advice, and if he should be the right man. None of the Haneyacks are talking about any of this. They're talking about, oh, Floyd Mayweather's a sellout, and Floyd did this, and Floyd is a hater. But what about Bill Haney not throwing in the towel? What about Devin Haney and team not having a rematch clause, a same day weigh-in? What about the burned bridges from Bill Haney's activity? Henry Garcia said Bill Haney is wicked. Ryan Garcia said, your dad's a pimp and he's pimping you. These are the words of Ryan Garcia, and Ryan really cashed in that night and made himself look like a genius. Almost everything he said came true. Almost everything Henry said came true. Henry left on one of my videos, he left me a message and a comment, and he said that when Devin feels my son's power, watch how things switch up and Devin Haney is going to run. This is legit what he said. I did a video about it. The video's still on the channel. I don't delete nothing. He said, watch when that power touched Devin, how he acts. Meanwhile, the Haneys, and stay tuned to the end of this video, we're about that time where I'm done. Bill Haney was talking hell ahead about everybody. The Mayweather era, Gervonta Davis, Tank fans. Even when he had that argument the other day with Floyd Mayweather, at the end of the tape, when they're supposed to be just shutting off the live, somebody in that household said F Tank. Why, if you just argue with Floyd Mayweather, why are you saying F Gervonta Davis? What does he have to do with that? The reality is that was 3 days after Devin lost, and you guys are still worried about Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis. Like, what is up with this? So it is what it is. Check out these other clips from Bill Haney and what he had to say, and tell me if Floyd Mayweather wasn't telling the truth about Haney, his dad, making it harder and definitely making the loss harder for Devin Haney based on statements he made.
To the center of the ring, and that's where it's going to be decided at. Gloves are off. If him and his team are really who they say they are, come to the center of the ring. Come to the center of the ring. Don't run. Don't run, because Devin is coming to do bodily harm to him. Now, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Eddie Hearn and DAZN.
Once we squash, once we do. But yeah, but when you tell, I never came to you and told you, yeah, I'm trying to kill you. I wish you die. And you don't say that to people. Come on now.
Yeah.
It's boundaries. It's certain limits that we don't cross.
Well, I didn't hear him say
Now,
that. Did he say he gonna kill us? I didn't hear him say that. I don't know. I
Oh yeah. Yeah, he said it.
I don't know. You know.
He said it a couple times.
so my thing is this: we got to do our homework. We can't only see what we want to see. Now if we see the good in people, we got to see the good as well as the bad. And my thing is, I don't have a beef with Bill, but I want to tell him this: respect the sport. Let your son do what he got to do. It's okay for you to have a voice, but it looked worse. It looked worse. It looked worse than what it really is, because he went out on he didn't went out on the line and as if he was getting in the ring. You can't do that. And Zeb, you already know.
Has that fight?
No, we got the money. Didn't you just hear? The Eddie say that we pay, the opponent makes the most money with us. So it can be 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 100 million. You're going to make the biggest money fighting that.
What if they
see the face of boxing and you can only fight in the United States? Come on, man. Don't down him, crown him, man. Devin made all the right moves inside the ring and outside the ring. And guess what? I'm on their ass. Yes, I'm on their ass because we ain't got no fight right now.
So are you,
shout out to C4 Energy.
So are you saying, like, you don't want to hear about Amazon, DAZN, what's the network, what's the promoter? Like, if the fighters really want to fight, it can happen.
Fight right now.
So are you,
shout out to C4 Energy.
So are you saying, like, you don't want to hear about Amazon, DAZN, what's the network, what's the promoter? Like, if the fighters really want to fight, it can happen.
Everyone. 140-pound division is on notice. Devin is the best fighter in the world, pound for pound. Period. That's it. The face of boxing, the real face of boxing. But you listen, when you filming it, it's Devin and Tank. The money is Devin and Tank.
What you say? Tank, Bill?
Tank. And I guarantee you he ain't gonna say Devin's name, because we ain't got no fight. We available, and you don't want none of him. Calvin, nigga, knock it off, man. You know what I'm saying? Knock it off, Calvin. And what's that other dude name? Coach Ellis. You don't want none of this shit.
Why don't they want none of it, Bill? Tank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't give him...
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you really trying to do this shit. Because every fighter that Devin fuck with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at in the welfare line. You keep shitting on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we done charged $57. Listen, we gonna give you the best fights, and we gonna get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. Ego. We pay our fighters. And we give them, and listen, and we give them, we give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old bullshit ass business model that you gonna charge the fans for some bullshit fights, and then you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather shit is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it. Listen, y'all just scared to say it, but I'm not. I believe in my son. I've been watching him do it. You know what I mean? Against 7 different world championship fights at 25. You know what I'm saying? So, what else? Don't down and crown me, and then you gonna say Terrence Crawford because he beat Earl Spence, and then say Earl Spence was weight depleted. He wasn't himself. So how can you have a pound for pound player, a fighter of the year performance against a fighter that ain't his best? Lomachenko was his best, and Regis Prograis was his best. You know what I'm saying? They were at their best. And Devin still beat them. Pumped up and they looking all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
No, he gave credit. He said...
But I'm not saying that, man. What I'm saying is, and I know what you're talking about, Ego, but they repeatedly drive that narrative and they use the media to create hype around it because, a lot of them are Tank fans.
What do you want us to do as media? What do you want us to do as media?
Hey, Bill, what do you say?
No. What I'm saying is that traditionally, right, from yesteryear, Devin Haney couldn't exist, right? He exists because of you guys. That's why we show you guys the love. He was born on YouTube, right? Boxing, the way covering boxing, the behind the scenes, you know what I mean? That's the face. You know what I mean? How you gonna be the face and you don't never ask no questions to y'all? How you gonna be the face and you don't fight the people that you wanna fight? How you gonna be the face and you brag about the money that you charge the people and it's a fight that is a mismatch? Come on, man, is that the face? Or is that the face that's pissing on your head and telling it's rain, Sean? Is that the face that's pissing on your head and telling it's rain by saying it's the face of boxing and it don't fight nobody, right? Never fought a brother, you know what I'm saying? Never. We came in here, fuck that narrative that two brothers don't fight, don't sell. You seen what we did?
Right.
16,000. 16,000. And every fighter that guy that fought has been a Hispanic fighter. It was killing boxing. The narrative that two brothers couldn't sell, and that's some bullshit. They said the only two brothers, Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, could fight at their peak. They said they didn't sell. So shout out to everybody that said that it wouldn't work, and we proved that it's wrong. So now it's other African American fighters can get in and sell out arenas and all that other stuff, and not be hesitant.
Does Devin reconcile though that in order to live up to what everything you're saying, fight the best fighters, that also means by signing those fights, you as a father putting your son
up the
in
money. Eddie just said it on the thing is sometimes when you're so good, you gotta pay, you gotta put up the money, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm tired. I was whispering it to you. I'm telling you now. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody fuck with him. Period. Nobody. Is that you?
Talk to me.
Is that you or is that the AI version?
It's me all the way. It could be the AI version if you want it to be.
No,
what up, family?
The PF. Why they FF?
No, because I got the social. I let somebody else run that social media page. When I want to get on that, I get on that. But it's one of my guys. What's going on, family?
One of your guys.
Yeah,
you call
one of my guys. One of my.
You call for me.
Yeah. So I need to know. I called you I've been reaching out to you to let you know. I ain't never had nothing against you. Where did me and you go wrong? When did me and you start having beef?
I don't know. I don't know how much do we have a beef? Because you seem you aggressive or something
I
about
thought
it.
it.
Do we have
What kind of beef
do we
me and
have?
you.
Wait a minute. What kind
I'm
of
just
beef
saying we
do
don't
we
have
have?
a beef. I'm saying a disagreement.
What do we have a
We not on the same
disagreement
page.
about? What do we have
You
a
tell
disagreement
me.
about?
You tell me.
Huh?
I never had nothing against you. Now,
Oh.
if I'm not mistaken, let's talk. I seen you in Miami. Last time I seen you in Miami before. We kicked it. You said what's up. I said what's up. We kicked it. We had a good time. Now all of a sudden it seems like Bill Haney is my enemy. Like I ain't got nothing against Bill.
Listen, I don't know if I'm your enemy or not. I don't claim to be your motherfucking enemy. I don't care nothing about being nobody's enemy. You know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You know how I fuck with it. But if you was my enemy, then you would feel like that. Do you feel like I'm your enemy?
Bill, I'm just asking a
No,
question.
I'm asking
We ain't no
does it feel
pissing
like I'm your
contest.
enemy? Does it feel like that?
I don't. That's
I feel
what
like,
I'm
no,
asking you.
because I feel like, listen, I've been knowing you for hella long, but I feel like you're a bullshit ass nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's how I feel like it, me myself, personally. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
By your actions.
And so,
No, let me tell
okay,
you, by your actions. Wait.
okay, that's cool.
Wait, PB, you wanted me to tell you? I feel like you're a
Okay,
bullshit
go ahead.
ass nigga based on your actions about everybody that's been in the town
that's been down with you. You dig what I'm saying? They doing dirt ball bad. Ain't nobody doing real good fucking with you. You dig what I'm saying? Now, you told me that you was going to show me what you can do with Tank. You always kept telling me, Tank, Tank, Tank. You see what I can do with Tank. Listen, brother, you see what I done did with my son. That if you really, that's what you really been whispering. But when you went to go talk and do the deal, it wasn't something that he felt like that he wanted to get no monthly. He wanted to be a boss. So the deal didn't happen. But I mean, I don't want you to sit up and talk like you like some hellified nigga. You've been doing some hellified shit for the streets, or like you done been there for me, or like we 100% high level. Nigga, I take care of everybody around this motherfucker. I take care of my son. And you've been hating on me for a long time with that shit. You've been blocking like a motherfucker. You know you have. But listen, yeah,
Bill,
what you mean, huh? What do you mean, huh?
Bill,
What the
Bill.
fuck you mean? You won't even stay. You won't even. You'll look. You. But I'm saying this though. Everybody that I got something against, or just like you said, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it to their face. And you
Okay.
know that's the kind of nigga I've been. Listen, you've been carrying that bullshit that you've been doing for nothing, nigga. And I'm not gonna kiss your ass, nigga. You know I'm not gonna kiss your ass. Period.
Hey,
And
Bill,
listen, for every nigga,
can I talk?
Mac and
Bill,
all
Bill,
them,
you had the
Mac.
floor.
Listen, I'm saying
Bill, when can I get the
Mac,
floor?
whether it be
Bill,
Mac,
when can I get the
S
floor?
Mac. No, okay, I'm gonna let you get the floor. Whether it be Mac, whether it be S Mac, whether it be all the bad niggas, whether it be my nigga from up the way from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, nigga, a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you popping it, so nigga, when I pop it, what's the problem? Because other niggas don't pop it. You know what I'm saying? You pop it 1,000 times. Nigga, you was talking about that sparring shit. Nigga, you beat niggas up in sparring. I didn't watch you beat niggas up. And when my son got down on you, you dig what I'm saying? You act
Your
like,
son,
you tell us, no, you
Bill,
tell us, no, you told us,
Bill,
you
Bill,
told us that it was
Bill,
good.
Bill, Bill.
What?
If your son is undefeated in the gym, congratulations.
No,
Congratulations that you got
no,
an
no,
undefeated fighter in the gym.
no, that's not it.
I'm the under
No,
the
I
lights
got a
type
nigga that
fighter.
don't lie. I got a
So,
nigga that don't lie,
so
nigga,
guess what? Guess
100% of
what?
the time.
Can I
Nigga in
ask you a
life.
question? Bill,
Yeah,
let me ask you a question.
yes, sir.
What's my record under the lights? What's my record under the lights?
I'm gonna tell you, but listen, what's your
No,
record
no,
in
no, no, no.
life, nigga?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Get
nigga.
down to
Yeah,
it.
what's my record?
What is
Nigga,
my
what's my
record?
record in
Bill,
life? Nigga, what's your record under the lights? Nigga, every 50 of your opponents
my
were
record in life,
staged. Nigga,
my
what are you
record in
talking
life is
about? Nigga,
undefeated.
nigga, listen, huh? You said what?
My
You said in life
my
you
record in
undefeated.
life is undefeated.
Nigga, come on, man. What are you talking about your record in life? Nigga, who you talking to? Who you talking? You trying to tell these people that you don't take no L's. Nigga, you take L's around this motherfucker. I done took L's.
When,
Nigga, my son took L. Nigga, we take L's. What the fuck you talking about? You keep running around this motherfucker acting like
when,
that you the only one like
when
your shit
somebody
don't stink,
died,
nigga.
when you lose a loved one, of course we take an L. You just took an L. And when you
Nigga,
look, and
yeah.
I'm not talking about in the ring. We're not talking
It-
about in the ring.
and I know I'm
Remember
not
this,
talking,
Bill.
I ain't never been in no
Bill,
ring. I ain't
I've
never been in
always,
no ring.
Bill, I've
You
always been
keep flexing
respectful to
that
you.
punk ass 50 and 0, nigga. I'm 50 and 0 in these streets, nigga. I got love in these streets, nigga. Fuck your 50 and 0 with that boxing shit, nigga. That shit don't mean nothing.
Bill, 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 I ain't gotta
What?
get. We ain't gotta have a pistol
What?
contest. Bill, I ain't gotta
You
be.
started
I ain't gotta talk to
pissing
you
first,
crazy.
nigga.
You know why?
I just pissed a little bit longer than you, nigga. What you talking about? You
Bill,
started pissing, I
Bill,
started pissing, nigga. What are you talking about?
Bill. At the end of the day, listen. I called to find out what is your problem with me, because I don't have no problem with you.
I'm for the streets, nigga. Do something for the streets, nigga, and then I'll be cool. I'm cool. I'll stop saying something, nigga. If it was some hellified street niggas that was up around you that say, nigga, he got us, then nigga, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I talk shit, but I don't mean nothing. I'm just doing some comedy shit, my nigga.
So
I
Bill,
ain't gonna, I
but
don't
I'm gonna ask you a
dislike you. It's just
question.
comedy shit, my nigga.
Bill, is me and your ultimate goal is to help our kids go to the next level, or is our ultimate goal is for us to go against each other? You tell me.
I don't know. I mean, are you helping your kids? I don't know. You know what? You can see my work. You can see my work. You see what I do. You dig? You come up in there with that slow drag talking about that 50 and 0 under the lights. Nigga, fuck the lights, nigga, and that 50 and 0. You know that shit don't mean nothing in the street. If you ain't really pushing that line and your kids all right in these streets, nigga, you a hoe ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, if you ain't
Well,
if your kids ain't walking around and they mobbing in these motherfucking streets, nigga, and they all right, nigga, then
it's not
don't
about
nothing
the
else matter, nigga.
Bill. It's
Huh?
not about the streets, Bill.
I said,
Bill, it's not about the streets.
streets. No,
That's why
I
you got
said,
out the streets, Bill. That's why
what?
you got out the streets. I learned from
I
my
got out
dad
the
not to
streets,
even be
nigga.
in the streets. But
Listen.
listen, I ain't come up
Huh?
in no suburbs,
Nigga,
Bill.
listen.
And
No,
you
wait a
should
minute.
know
But I'm
that.
still. I'm still in the street. Listen, I'm still in the
I'm
street,
not.
and if I see your
I'm
kids,
not. And
wait a
ain't,
minute. If I
and
see
guess
your
what?
kids,
That
if
ain't
I
nothing
see
to
your kids,
glorify.
wait a minute,
That
wait
ain't
a minute, nigga. If I
nothing
see
to
your kids
glorify.
in the street, what you mean
That ain't
nothing to
nothing to
glorify?
glorify.
Nigga, I'm just seeing your kids in the streets, nigga, and told somebody, nigga, back the fuck up, leave your kids alone, nigga, because I'm a thoroughbred street nigga. And you know your kids be in the streets, nigga.
They can do
Yeah, but
whatever
they
they want.
squares. But
That's
they
them.
squares. Yeah, you said they'd do whatever they want to do, you clown ass nigga. What you mean your kids can do everything? And you got $150 million,
I didn't say. Listen,
nigga.
I didn't
You
say
just
that.
said,
I said when
you
kids.
just said that they can do whatever
Let
they
me tell you
want to do, nigga.
something. When kids get to a certain age, they're gonna do what the fuck they want to do
Nigga, you
anyway.
buy
So
them
what are you
bitches
talking about?
everything, nigga. You buy them bitches everything. How you can't buy your kids everything the same pocket,
Let me ask
nigga?
you a
Lame
question.
ass, nigga.
Why are you worried about
Fuck
what
is
I'm
you
doing with
talking
my
about,
money?
nigga?
Now,
You can't
now
fuck
you
with me
pocket watching,
nigga. Nigga, I'm
Bill. Now
listen.
you
Nigga, I'm a
pocket
thoroughbred nigga.
watching.
You already know it.
Now you
17
pocket
years,
watching.
nigga. Cool. Pocket. I don't
Bill,
give a fuck.
Bill,
Pocket.
you shouldn't be
You
worried
said,
about.
wait a minute. Whoa.
You shouldn't be worried about what another man doing for a woman.
What you said? No, do it for a woman.
You said,
Nigga, you know nigga,
"Are
you
you
ain't.
doing for all
I
of
done
this?"
been around this motherfucker deep. I ain't never been knocked, nigga. You ain't been in my business. What you talking? Your money ain't spent
You
with me,
ain't
nigga. Fuck
you
you
in my
mean?
business. You bringing up my name always.
No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about with the bitch. You ain't never got mine. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking about? We've been in this business. I pocket watch. I ain't never had to pocket watch, nigga, with you. Because the
Well, you
bitch
just
ain't
talking
never
about
came in and told me you
what
was
I'm doing
doing
with my
nothing, nigga.
money.
Fuck you
You
talking
talking
about?
about what
Huh?
I'm buying. Bill,
I ain't said
Bill,
buying a motherfucking thing. I said, nigga, if you can buy
Bill.
something for bros, wait a minute. I said, if you can buy a lot of fly shit, you can buy your kids freedom to do whatever the fuck they want to do and walk around this motherfucker proud because they came
Bill,
from a boss.
Bill, I want to tell you something, Bill. When kids get
Yes,
to a
sir.
certain age, Bill, when kids get to a certain age, they're gonna do it when they're gonna do what the fuck they want to do. And when kids don't want to listen, that's when you disconnect yourself from them. Period.
Well,
I
guess
don't care what it.
what? Guess what, PB? When you got real niggas that's in these streets, that's real men, and I see that they're your kids, and I tell
Bill,
them, and I tell the streets, hey man, listen, that's not good. They don't need to. Do you know whose baby that is? That's a Mayweather kid. That's what I say. But you
Bill,
don't. No,
my
no,
thing is
no, no.
this.
But they don't say that shit. Huh? Hello?
Yeah,
You don't even say thank you for that, my nigga.
Bill. Let me tell you something.
You don't even
Bill,
say
look,
thank you for that, though. You, Floyd, I'm saying you don't even just say thank you for that, though. That's because you're a
Bill,
rotten ass nigga, my nigga. You always talking about
Bill.
some money and shit. That's what I'm saying is you can't fuck
I'm
with me,
not
guy.
talking, Bill.
Period.
Bill. We not
Listen,
even
that's
on here
why.
talking
Listen,
about no money, Bill.
I,
Bill, we not even
listen.
on here talking about no money. This ain't even about no money. This
You
about
brought
me.
the
You
money
talking
up.
about who did?
You
You
did.
brought the money up. You talking about what you can do for bitches. You brought the money up. I
No, I
didn't.
said what we can do for our kids. I said what we can
Bill,
do
and
for our kids, my
Bill,
nigga.
I said the same thing.
Was I
Bill,
riding
once
the Rolls
again,
Royce before my son? Was I riding the Rolls Royce before my son?
Bill,
Bill,
I want to let you know something.
nigga, knock it
Bill,
off, man. Don't nobody want to hear that slow draft, man.
listen,
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna keep rapping. You know, me and you don't even be doing all this motherfucking shit. I'm not gonna keep rapping with you, Pete. You know what time it is with me, man, and I'm gonna keep
what
pushing
time
this
is it with
family
you?
line, man.
What time?
Welcome to the family.
Tell me.
It's the Haney business, and listen, it's gonna keep on continuing.
You need some help? You need some help
Nigga,
with your son?
have I ever needed your help for anything?
You need some
Have
help
I
with
ever
your
asked
son?
you for some help?
You need some help the
Have
other
I ever?
motherfucking night? You need some help the
You
other
said who?
motherfucking night? You need
Oh,
some help with your
nigga,
son?
listen, your son need
You,
help tonight, nigga, not
you,
the other
you
night.
need some help with
Your
your
son
son?
needs help tonight, you fool-ass earth man. Your
You need some
son needs
help?
help tonight. Your daughter needs help tonight, you
You need some help?
fool-ass earth man. Do
You
not
need some help?
campaign. Everybody needs, listen, my son needs me today, tomorrow, and every
And
day.
guess what?
So does
If
yours.
he
Yes.
need me, I'm gonna be there for him. If he need me, I'm gonna be there
No,
for him.
nigga, you was just popping slick, and I popped back at you, crazy fool.
Yeah, if he
We
need me,
don't need
guess
you
what?
for dog
Guess
shit.
what?
We don't need
I
you
ain't never,
for
and then guess what?
shit.
Anytime I ever talked to Devin and helped him, Devin, guess what? It was all total love.
It
Period.
don't sound like that.
It was. It was off love. Period.
It don't
And
sound
you know
like
that.
that.
But you know that. You know that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I
Now
don't
call
think so, people. But,
now, now,
but
now you got my number. Call me direct so we can talk on the phone.
no,
Call me.
no. hey, man, y'all have a good night, man. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, save it. Post it live up there.
Fuck Tank and all them.
Post a lot. Hey, you're the rawest nigga on the planet. Yeah. You only live in life that forest nigga car.
Hey, little, when you end it, right? Hold on.
No.
When you end it saves?
For shit.
I just couldn't. Yeah, I did ask Bill to stop the fight. Yes. I didn't like looking at it, but then I just went back to fighting after he didn't say yeah. So
he told Bill, he turned around and said, "Bill, are you going to allow this to continue?" I gave him the look like, "You're kidding me, right? If you know somebody's beating up your son, you gotta stop it, man. You gotta say, hey, live another day, fight another day." You know, and he didn't do it.